रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है.
I joined IIM Ranchi when after 12th through SAT, and yeah, I'm currently interning at eStreet. I think
Which So here's the time for a wrap. Rishika, I really enjoyed to have shit. And guys, if you got something, नहीं दोबारा.
can you do this again? Sorry.
Hello everyone, welcome to the another episode of eStreet Vodcast, and I'm your host Mokshita. So today we have Rishika, who's a student of IIM Ranchi, and she is currently interning at eStreet IT Solutions. So Rishika, please introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Rishika. I'm from Hyderabad originally, but my mother tongue is Marathi. I joined IIM Ranchi right after 12th through their integrated program in management. And yeah, I'm currently interning at eStreet right now.
Okay, so Rishika, as you told that you joined IIM Ranchi via an integrated program, so can you just give a little bit glimpse of that?
So the integrated program in management, that was the first year that IIM Ranchi started this program basically. It's already going on in Indore, Jammu, etc. in other IIM campuses. Ranchi started that year, and it's basically right after 12th. You have BBA plus MBA in that,
Okay.
and people can quit right after BBA and join other college. Yeah, continue with MBA. So that's basically the program, and I was especially interested in it because it was so varied. Like the coursework offered was so different. I studied philosophy, arts appreciation, to things in business. So yeah, that was something really interesting about it.
So basically, you had this very clear goal that you want to do MBA at the end of the day.
Not
And
really. So what had happened was after 10th, my parents were like, तुम्हें engineering करना है. And then they put me in like this IIT JEE coaching institute that goes. So 11th May I was completely studying. I did not have time to think, do I want to pursue engineering? But when I was in 12th, COVID hit and I was back home, and then I started thinking, ki, is this something I really want from my life? And then I had to tell them, ki, hey, I'm not interested in this. I want to do something related to the arts, maybe. I want to explore more. And then, typical middle class family, there, my father was fine with it. He was supportive. My mom was like, what is happening to her? And then she was looking at colleges and stuff, and she found Amrachi and this program, and she pushed me to it. I think I'm really grateful for her doing that.
basically, you were creatively inclined towards this management process.
Exactly.
So, which entrance exam you prepared for?
I had already started applying to a couple of universities abroad, and to apply for that, I had to give SAT, Scholastic Admission Test.
Okay.
And interestingly, IIM Ranchi just for that 1 year opened their forms for admission through that test as well. But usually the admission is done through an exam called IPMAT. So I prepared for SAT at that time.
Okay. So I have this one question, like for everyone who's preparing for these exams, any kind of competitive exam. So is it necessary for a student to be very good in its academic score? Because earlier back then, I used to be a very mediocre student, and I planned to prepare for CAT, though I didn't. But uh, with that thought only, that how would I be able to do that? Because one of my teacher was like, Mokshita, you can't even match the balance of your balance sheet. So how you'll be able to prepare for CAT exam? So do you have any comments to share about?
So I think preparing for any competitive exam is not about how smart you are, it is more about practice. The
Practice.
more times you solve a certain question paper, the better you get at it.
Okay.
And I think that is what it is mostly about. It's about the amount of effort you put in. It's not about how instantly you can get
Exactly.
solutions to it.
And it's not important that if you were the topper of your class, so definitely you're gonna crack it.
Absolutely not.
Exactly. So basically, you should have a proper mindset and strategic planning, I guess, which is
Right.
more relevant. So you moved from Hyderabad to Ranchi, big cities to a calmer place. So what was this shift like?
Initially, it was very daunting for me because Rachika infrastructure is not that great, and I'm more used to Hyderabad, like metro city and all that. And for the first time in my life, I was living so far away from
Hmm.
my parents, and I was really, really scared at that time because right after 12th, right? But the small city charm grows on you, and Ranchi can be very charming like that. There are like small, pretty houses and all that.
That's
It is a
sweet.
very charming place.
Okay. Let's talk about diversity. You must have been in a class with a lot of people coming from different backgrounds and religions. So how was it like? Like, do you feel like there were different mindsets, dealing with them was easy or not?
So we genuinely have a very diverse class. There are people with 8+ years of work ex. There are married people in my class, and
Okay.
it really feels weird in the beginning
Hmm.
to stay in the same class with such different
Different
people, right?
people.
But I think what is the best part about this is the class discussions and how interesting they can get, because you really see how different people from different fields think differently, how they bring a completely unique point of view to something that you didn't think of.
That basically unites you all,
You,
being in a same class.
you can say that. What basically unites us all is at the end of the day taking the brunt of the whole program together, like the administration, the academics, everything trying to just sort of make it hard for you, and then basically,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like there is any personal transformation if you compare yourself from the times you were having your BBA and now to the time you're pursuing your MBA?
Definitely, because during my BBA, I was just a kid, right out of 12th,
Pressure.
very clueless about life and what I wanted out of it. I think I've grown a lot as a person
Hmm.
through the 3 years of college. It has taught me so many things.
Exactly.
Yeah, and definitely now I can tell that like I have some amount of clarity. I feel like I'm more confident as a person, and the batch has just given me so much.
Okay, so back in the day, do you have any interesting or a crazy part of your college life to be shared?
So there's this running joke that IIM Ranchi does not have a girls' hostel, and we basically live in the boys' hostel. There are So there are three blocks in the boys' hostel, and one block is dedicated to girls completely. Baki two blocks mein guys live. So
So
yeah,
it's more like na, that there's a proper girl segment
yeah, something like there's a girl segment, and then
and boys are not allowed to enter.
no,
Then it's
not
fine, I guess.
ideally they're not
Okay, okay.
allowed to enter. But yeah, it is a running joke because there's just like a couple of construction area left
Just a
in the
wall difference.
exactly.
If you're supposed to quit everything, your MBA, internship, the whole structured path, and want to chase only one specific, one crazy, wild, unreasonable dream, so what it could be?
The biggest what if of my life has been if I had not joined Amrachi after 12th, if I went into some college where I originally wanted to study literature. I love to read, and literature has been one of my favorite subjects. So that has been my biggest what if. Like, what if I had pursued literature after 12th? Where would I be? So I think that would be something that I would want to do if I were to leave all this.
Okay. So, how would you envision yourself after choosing literature then?
Maybe a writer. I still write. I'm part of the Literature Society of Amrachi, and we release this magazine called The Parable every month. And when I write something for the magazine, it feels so fulfilling.
Okay.
So, yeah, maybe something in writing.
In writing.
So, what about you, Mokshita? What would you do if you were to leave all this?
Maybe an actress or a model because um, since my childhood I was so passionate about this acting and thing, and like not even acting or any kind of creative field I would have joined. But it's okay. Like my parents were like, how would you be able to do that? इसमें नहीं जाना है, कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो ये, पढ़ाई करो चुपचाप. So it was like
Understandable.
that.
So typical corporate life.
Typical corporate life. So, Rishika, there will be a quick rapid fire round just for like just to add a little bit of fun in it.
Will I get hampered?
Good question. So, your first question is one Ranchi slang or phrase you have picked up on campus.
I have picked up the Bihari way of speaking.
Bihari way of speaking.
हम आपसे बात नहीं करना चाहते.
That's more like, okay, I won't say anything. The Hyderabad food you'd like to bring to Ranchi.
Biryani for sure.
Biryani. What's your stressful group project or group chats?
Group projects for sure.
If your life were a web series, what it could be called?
Inappropriate but euphoria.
For Euphoria. Okay, so guys, time for a wrap. And Rishika, thank you so much for joining this podcast. I really enjoyed the conversation.
I had a great time. Thank you for inviting me.
And guys, if you have got something interesting to share, so definitely you can reach to us. You can find our link in the description. And please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel.